This is 1360 AM.
WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Okay, everyone, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show, with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree. Well, sometimes. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
You feel blame?
No.
Feel remaged?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like Wooster Bob Rough Rennish? Get Freddy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What
kind of crap?
Oh, right. Well, welcome to our first show of 2014. This is the Doc and Amy Show. It's 5 o'clock, and we welcome you to this frivolity, or whatever you'd like to call it. We always have such a good time, and we want you to join in as well. You can call us at 856-232-7077 or 856-232-7078. A little bit different this time because we're doing something different. So I'll give those numbers again so that you can join us. And you can always follow us on the World Wide Web at The Doc and Amy Show. You can tweet us at Doc and Amy Show.
Oh, my God, you got it right.
How about that?
Wow.
And certainly just join, and Amy's just destroying the entire studio.
That's my job.
Yes, well, I see where the children get it. Okay, now, what we are going to do today, we have a guest that will be joining us in just a few minutes, the genius of Anthony Acquaviva. He's one of my fellow stand-up comics, just a superb guy all the way around. He's going to be joining us, and we'll be talking about some things. So if you'd like to join us as well, I'm going to give that number again. It's a little different this time, 856-232-7077 or 232-7078. And you're certainly welcome to call in and let us know what you have on your mind. Today, again, with the first show of 2014, we're going to try to delve into the things that we expect to be different this year. We're going to do quite a number of things. We always have our little contests and so forth. I don't know. I am possibly looking at 2014, a lot of things happening. I don't know. There may be a marriage in the works.
Maybe. We'll see how well you behave.
Well, now that I'm ordained, I'm sure there will be.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, John, I'm now ordained through the Universal Life Church. I'm 2 steps away from bishop. I swear. That is a fact. So if you'd like to get married on the Doc and Amy Show, just contact us right there at thedocandamyshow.com. Drop us a line.
He's not kidding.
I'm not kidding. I will marry you right here live on the air.
He really will.
For a nominal fee.
And I'm not going to be a bridesmaid, so don't even ask.
Well, you have that dress.
I don't want the drama. That dress is not for your eyes only. Nah, just kidding.
Is not for my eyes only.
Well, I misspoke. But I'm not going to be a bridesmaid, and you're not getting a gift.
You just need a witness.
I will be nice.
You just need to be a witness and sign the little paper, and we're good.
And I'll even bring up my sounds and hit applause, and I'll play the wedding theme as long as it's not copyrighted.
And we'll play the sound of throwing rice. So it'll be a complete package. Anyway, again, our call-in line 232-7077. 232-7078. We will be joined in a little bit by the genius Anthony Acquaviva. Now, I always do this early in the show. We may be getting off to an early start for this, but I always so look forward to it. And that is our ongoing competition that Amy and John have, and that's entitled Two People, One Quote. And for those of you joining us for the first time, the format there is that Amy reads a quote, and then she gives 2 potential authors of that quote. John has to guess which one is the actual author.
It feels like we just did this.
Yes, about 7 days ago.
Has it been a whole week? I mean,
I think it might have been.
We had done this.
According to my calendar, yes.
And Christmas was over, but New Year's hadn't come yet, and now it's like all over. It's weird.
She's on something. Like she's. I think she's on the dough.
So much has changed.
Yes. Okay. Well, fine.
It's
now,
the reality of January hitting me.
that's just try to go with that, Don.
I will.
Now, is there a theme for this week's?
No.
Okay. Now we were
No
doing professional comedians, quotations from them. That was.
I have it's late night hosts.
Okay, John. Now there is a little hint for you. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, John. He's our producer. Say hello, John.
How's it going, everyone?
Go boss them around.
Huh?
Tell them what to do.
Well, I just can't win, can I? No, John, he keeps everything under control for us, and that's one tough job. So I always like to say hello, have him greet
We need to
everyone.
bring them home with us. Keep things controlled.
That's not a one-person job. So anyway, so this is Late Night Hosts, and we always do 5. Now we're tied, right? The series is tied.
I think so.
yes.
Whatever.
Pretty sure.
Sure.
I believe
That
last
sounds
week
good.
it was tied up.
Yeah, because didn't I win, or did he win?
yes,
I won.
and
You won
yes.
last week.
So that's all, and it seems to be coming down right to the wire every time. It's 2-2, and then all of a sudden there's a tiebreaker.
And then we're like, somebody's one up, and then we tie it again. and
it's scintillating radio.
it is. It's very exciting.
So, without further ado, please take off with that, and let's see
Okay.
what happens.
First quote. Amazon announced plans for an amazing service called Amazon Prime Air. When you order something from Amazon that weighs 5 pounds or less, a robot will drop your package on your doorstep. It's all part of Amazon's pledge to drive your dog insane. Was that Jimmy Kimmel or David Letterman?
Jimmy Kimmel.
It was.
Oh, okay. Now, John is at his usual, off to an early lead.
Okay.
But anything could happen. Let's
Anything
see.
could happen. Here we go. A new report says that members of Congress work harder than the average American. You know why? That's because thanks to Congress, the average American is out of work. Was that David Letterman or Jay Leno?
I'm going to say Jay Leno.
It was.
Oh, 2 for John.
Okay.
He is quite the competitor. He's really dominating the game. Amy, you have to do something here.
Okay. Here's what I know about the moon. It's pale and white, and on some nights I stare at it for hours and hours at a time. Oh no, wait, I'm thinking of Anderson Cooper. Was it David Letterman or Craig Ferguson?
I'm going to go with Craig Ferguson.
You're right.
Oh, 3-0.
ouch.
Off to an early domination here. But we always play out 5. We see how
Okay,
Amy
you won.
get her on the board here.
Okay. The Kardashian husbands are like fragrances. Every year they release another one. Was it Jay Leno or David Letterman?
David Letterman.
Yes.
Oh, 4-0. John, you are on fire, man. Wow. Last one.
This week, President Obama attended Nelson Mandela's memorial service in South Africa. Hundreds of world leaders were there. President Obama said it felt strange to listen to these leaders in person rather than eavesdropping on their phone calls. Was that Craig Ferguson or Jay Leno?
I'm going to say Jay Leno.
It was. Oh my
Wow,
God!
it
you
is a
trounced me.
shutout.
Ouch!
John, you are the man. That's okay.
Ow.
That's 5-0 for John.
I got owned, as Harrison would say.
Oh, yeah.
You got owned.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, let's go.
So John is up in the series. He's up 1 match here, 1 game. Nicely done, John.
Wow.
Well done.
I have to
You've been staying up
bring
late
it
at
up
night
a
watching
notch.
television, haven't you?
Of course.
He's been
Next week.
See, he's doing his homework now. He knows he's
Wow.
Nicely done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we live for here at the Doc and Amy Show. Those
Yeah, getting annihilated.
well, it happens, darling.
Yeah.
I get
Okay.
completely overruled at home. So welcome to the
What? When did that happen?
I think you just blew a tube out of the board there. Only dogs could hear that. Okay, so very, very well done. We always love 2 people, 1 quote. Now, I want to tell folks we do have a new caption contest on our website. The last caption contest for last month was won by a fellow named Jack in Philadelphia. Thank you, Jack. Gave us a very nice caption. This time, we have a very attention-getting picture up there. I'm sure you'll be able to come up with a caption, and there are some nice prizes there. It's on page 2 of our website. We give away some CDs and gift cards and all kinds of things. So look for that and certainly participate. So, man, I'm drinking this iced coffee, and it's like a concrete mix.
See, that's why when Doc and I typically go to get iced coffee like every other week before we come
to the show.
To the show, and we did go this week again because they have Dunkin' Donuts has a 99-cent any size iced coffee, so all 4 of us got one. But they all get cream in it, but I can't get the cream because it like coats my throat and I feel like I'm choking the whole time. So I don't get cream anyway. It's too fattening.
Well, I just
but I understand because it coats your throat, or I don't know what it is.
Yes, it's I can hardly form words. I end up like the Tasmanian devil. You know?
Yeah. That's really great.
Yeah. So it would appear that we have our guest, Anthony Acquaviva, who is a fellow comedian. He's a very funny gentleman. We've had him live in the studio. I have done some gigs with Anthony, and the crowd is on its feet. So we would like to introduce him. Anthony, how you doing?
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me in.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. Now, we enjoyed an in-studio chat last time, and you and your wife were here, and we discussed veganism.
Yeah, we saw the digs firsthand. It was nice. Thanks for. And you guys were. It was painless. It was a painless experience. We appreciate it.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
that's what we aim for, I think.
Where we're concerned,
you were wielding a chicken leg above your head, and I thought you were going to bomb
Nah.
Well, where we're concerned,
out just in time.
There are very few painless experiences where we're concerned, so we're happy to provide that for you. Now, what have you been up to, Anthony? I know there are some. You mentioned some gigs that you either have been doing or are planning to do. What kind of things are on the plate there?
We got a bunch of stuff. We got there's a Laughing Barrel Comedy Club, which is in Lansdale this Saturday, which I am super excited about and pumped. And actually have a show end of the month in there's Wisecrackers in Allentown, which is a cool Ramada Inn in Allentown, so that's always a fun room. And I actually just polished up my website a little bit at deepbellylaughs.com.
Okay.
So it has a bunch of dates for February on there, so there's a lot of goodies. And if you kind of go in there, there's some nooks and crannies that you can find some extra links and stuff. So yeah, I just actually finished up the website a little while ago and always updating it and all that fun stuff. So yeah, so a lot of fun stuff coming up, and I definitely wanted to check in with you guys and see what was going on. So I'm fired up.
Well, we have nothing coming up. This is it. This is all we do. No, what a link to your website is obviously on our website, so you can certainly find that by several means. DeepBellyLaughs.com, and certainly send me those dates, and we'll try to make something easily accessible on our site to announce that as well.
Yes, yeah, we'll pull them in somehow by hook or by crook. We'll
Absolutely,
Yep, you got it.
Drop a few digital breadcrumbs so that they can find.
I'll be the hook, you be the crook, and we'll call it even. But now I guess you're ordained, so I don't know how that works.
I can still be a crook. It's pretty standard. There's nothing unique about that.
Right. But congratulations.
Well, thank you.
I just heard that was.
Yeah, It takes a special person and someone who can click a couple buttons on a mouse.
Hey, you know what? Whatever it takes.
I had thought about it, and my real inspiration for it was my daughter. Did the same thing, and she just married a couple, I guess in Illinois, and I thought, yeah, I could do that. Who doesn't want a fun wedding ceremony? And certainly we could do it live on the air. That would make it even more unique. So why not? And of course, I had in my past I was headed for the. I was going to be a clergyman at one point, and. Didn't quite pass the exam. Everything.
Did you have the Cliff Notes at least?
No, it was the psychological profile. They said I internalized too much. I'm like, what do you want me up there? You want me to yell at people?
What the heck happened to that?
But I've been with the Salvation Army since 1969. I'm a sergeant major, so I'm going to be adding bishop to that. So anyway, enough about me.
Wow. Okay.
Now, just so that folks can get a feel for the kind of thing you do, Anthony, we have spoken back and forth. We performed together. What kind of things are on your mind that you want to bless us with? He's gone. Well,
Is he gone?
I heard some noise and something happened.
That's what happens on cell phones. He'll call back. That's okay.
Apparently.
Should I play the applause again? Would that be rude if I did that?
I think maybe was it something I said? Maybe.
No, it's cell phones. It's hard. They're just not. As much as I love my cell phone, it's not reliable.
Well, there you go. If you would like to call us while we get Anthony back, and then during the balance of the show, you can call us on our call-in lines, 856-232-7077 or 232-7078.
There he is.
We'll be getting Anthony back here momentarily. Are you there, Anthony?
Hey, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it was some rustling in the weeds there. I don't know what happened. My apologies.
Everybody needs a break now and again. That's okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got like every third word, and then you started sounding like Max Headroom, and then it just got completely
Oh my
haywire.
gosh! Remember him?
That was before my time, apparently.
What?
Oh, it's in there.
I think the '80s were a blur for Doc.
Yeah,
This is just the whole decade just kind of blanked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the 80s.
79 to 91, that was basically.
Yeah.
Well, you figured the television, the music, all of that, it really wasn't worth remembering. So anyway, no, what I was saying was that you had we always kind of bat some ideas back and forth, and I wanted folks to get an idea of some of the topics that you cover. Well, what kind of things are on your mind today?
Well, I try to call out and exploit my wife as much as possible. That is
Good man,
always
yes.
Just like Doc.
There's
first and foremost on my mind.
There's no future in that. I have to tell you.
if she turns a deep shade of red, then I think I'm all right. But if it's more of pinkish, I need it. No, she's great. She's actually worked with me a bunch of stuff, and a lot of times I talk about married life. That's always an untapped well. And try to reflect back when I was a kid. So
You don't have to get personal now.
I don't think that's what he's talking about. Untapped. You just
Sorry.
pipe down over there.
God. I'm sorry.
cold shower time.
Yes.
So I do a lot of that kind of stuff, and try to interact with the audience. That's always good. As long as they're painless enough and they don't throw stuff back at me.
Yes.
Usually I try to dodge stuff. So no, I mean, they're usually a lot of fun shows. I know we had the one show, Smile for Riley. That was always cool. So yeah, definitely. I'm excited.
So what kind of now? Just to give us a hint, what kind of things are you telling folks at the expense of Rachel there?
Yeah, well, I try to give them a little bit of glimpse of what we, go through on any given day. I know the other day, she's been watching reality TV.
Oh, boy.
A little too much. And I try to jump in there. I don't know if there's like the Real Housewives of Morristown, New Jersey. I don't know what you guys watch, but
Oh my gosh,
she pulls that card on me, and I was talking to her the other day. I wish they would just combine reality TV shows.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just kind of 2 for 1. Like When Animals Attack, America's Dumbest Criminals. Why not?
There you go. That's
Let's
great.
push them together,
Yeah.
Some dude spray painting a wall and he gets kicked in the head by a giraffe. I mean, why?
There you go. And that would serve a purpose as well.
I'm vegan, so everything kind of connects. I'm happy. So,
so I
was like, let's just kind of get that moving along. So, I know football was coming up, and we were the Eagles last night. So I know a lot of people are miffed about it. Are you guys big football fans?
Not really. I don't.
Not really? No, not at all. I did look up the score this morning.
See, I was wrong again.
I did look up the score this morning just to see how irritated everyone I interacted with today would be, so I could be on the defensive.
Right.
And I know that they lost by 2
up.
points. So if they had lost by a lot,
just eked it out.
the irritation level probably would have been at about a 6 out of 10. But when they lose by 2 points, you're like at a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it rubs it in just a wee bit more.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking a break until they don't have Vic on the team anymore. I just can't root. But I used to be huge into the Eagles. And Rachel, my wife, would always try to watch games with me, but that would never work. So finally, the one time she was like all excited, and she's like, "What are we going to watch?" And I'm like, "Back off. This doesn't concern you." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Just keep your distance." But she's like, "No, I figured it all out. I have it all, and I've been learning. I've been studying." And she literally was like, Belichick in a tube top. It was, but she was buzzed, and
That's
she was
an
just,
interesting
and
reason.
I just started to drool just a little bit. Like 15 minutes, she's telling me, they should go for the 2-point conversion, and they might have to go for the 1 point there, and if the middle linebacker moves up on the side, they might have to bust him through the fullback and get him in the flat. And it was amazing. And I sat down with her, and I'm like, we're going to do this right now. It was amazing. I was so excited. And then right before it starts, she's like, well, I got to root for the other team. And it was the Vikings. It was like a playoff game. And I'm like, babe, that's totally cool. You're here with me. We got football. We got this understanding. And I'm like, you're not big into Andy Reid or Donovan McNabb, which dates me. I'm like, that's totally cool. And she's like, no. It's just that the other team has such prettier costumes.
Oh, costumes. Well, it's
oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. It was a mini meltdown, but we pulled it together.
Well, Rita,
and then we turned on some reality TV shows.
There you go.
Yeah. When America's Next Top Model was the trade-off, and then we move on. So whatever.
Well, Rita Rudner said that she, given that husbands have this I don't know what the trait of watching football games, all day Sundays and things like that. She said it was heaven for her because her husband was from Britain and didn't really know anything about football, so she compromised and convinced him that the game was over at halftime. So smart cookie there.
Right. Once the Pepsi commercial comes on, just get off.
Yes, it's over. Yes,
get out of there.
All right. Well, and given the reality shows, there are. I was thinking about it as you were talking. There are a lot of interesting possibilities there, spin-offs of ones that they've actually done, like Survivor. They could have one called Reviver.
Oh my God!
Just a bunch of Reviver, yeah, geriatrics on an island, and then we just wait to see who gets toted off.
Right, whoever can get to the Bayer aspirin first.
Yes.
Exactly.
They take frequent breaks.
They plant it in the ground, and you got to find it. Like that.
You can have all kinds of them. Pimp My Bride.
Wait, which one was that?
Pimp My Bride.
Ouch.
Or in San Francisco, they could do Queer Eye for the Double Wide, maybe. I don't know, something like that. Prawn Stars. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Prawn Stars.
Yeah, something with
Throw it
shrimp.
all, yeah. I mean, throw it against the wall, see if it sticks.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of times, I think they come up with the name first,
Yes.
and then they figure out what they're going to do with the show. That's like,
I could be
as long as
honest.
it's got a catchy name, they're like, yeah, we'll figure out the rest. The rest will fall into place.
Right. Now, people just watch it because they're stuck to their televisions. I could be on one called Scar Search.
Scar Search?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Yeah, well, some of them would be.
We were watching something last week, and we saw advertisements for some new ones. What was it, like Sewage Kings or something? Where they cleaned out sewage
That sounds like
drains or
wasn't it? That's like
no. I forget. We were watching something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Oh. This is what we were watching.
We're watching the roadie hose or
So,
whatever.
Mr. I don't watch TV. I'm like, let's watch a movie. Excuse me. So he picks a movie we're going to watch. I'm watching Pawn Stars. Okay? Which, I don't know if you've ever seen that. Basically, it's a pawn shop in Las Vegas. And the premise of the show is people bring stuff in, either they appraise it or they get it appraised. And why I like it is because they don't delve into people's lives or anything, but some really cool stuff comes into the shop. And it's really...
Yeah, no, I have not seen that yet.
The story behind it, you should really check it out. It's really... The stories behind it are interesting. How much it's worth is interesting. And they do a little bit of character development with the owners, but not much at all. So... I was watching that. Well, he sits down, starts watching it, and then the next episode starts, and he's like really watching it. And I'm like, do you want to put on the movie or do you want to watch this? And he's like, well, if you want to watch this, we can keep watching it. Okay, so...
No, I'm not saying that's my move, but...
No, it's like midnight, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. He's like, oh, I'll be in a little bit. I don't even want to know. It was like in Pawn Stars marathon
I just
for
watched
him.
the rest of the episode. That's all.
No.
I saw stuff I used to own.
12-hour, 30-minute episodes.
It's really interesting, but we saw some advertisements for some really funky reality shows.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, really? Like, are people really watching this? There's many.
Anytime something good, and this is mostly 95% of the time it's on MTV, and I'll still like whip out a new reality TV show that I haven't seen, and I'll literally turn to my wife and I say, I blame you. Like, and it's just not pretty at all. Like, I don't know how. So, yeah.
It's just
so
amazing.
long and out of control.
If you think about it, like, I don't know when The Real World came on, but that was the first, like, reality show.
Yeah, that was the first one, yeah.
I gotcha.
I mean, maybe Survivor, that's not really a reality show, that's more of a contest.
Well, it's
but
a game show kind of reality.
I mean, there were no reality shows, and now it's like 80% of the shows on TV
It's
are
all you can
reality
find, yeah.
shows. It's
Well,
crazy.
I was excited about The Real World because I just heard a little bit about it. I just in passing a television, and I heard them talking about the character Puck, and I thought, Shakespeare, great. Boy, was I surprised.
Well, no, the thing is with The Real World, and I guess it's at sample, they randomly select 7 to 8 people, and they put them in the house and the whole shebang. I don't know how, they haven't had anyone ugly on the show. Like, I don't know where the island is that they're picking them.
Right.
There has not been a hideous cast member of The Real World.
Oh, they do that on purpose.
That is just not fair.
People don't want to watch ugly people.
Why don't they just take a camera into a barracks?
Like, I want to see
scenario.
Sloth on The Real World. I don't think that is too much to ask. You know? And then they hide the Baby Ruth, and that's one episode. I mean, that's how we do it.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things, going back to, and we've covered 2 topics here, the reality TV and marriage, and the what's the word I'm looking for? Never mind. The trials involved in that. Now Amy and I have been, basically together for, this will be our 7th year.
Oh, nice.
Never had a crossword.
Just in my head.
Well, and keep it that way. We have a very good, workable relationship. As John said, we agree to disagree. So, that seems to work for us. And I've always thought, you should never go to bed mad. You should just stay up and fight. But we don't have to do that.
When the sun comes up and you both just fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much, that's how we end our fight.
You call time, yeah. Well, Amy's, one of the things she's been nagging me to get in shape, and my comeback is that, a trapezoid is a shape.
Whatever.
So I think I'm good. But the going to the physical and going through all that stuff, I really, getting in shape is going to be tough for me. I mean, I have that nagging chest injury that
chest injury.
You looked pretty limber when I saw you.
Well, I was very drunk.
I get the 2 confused.
There you go.
Like my
Your
back ain't got no
wheels were
bone.
greased, believe it or not.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I thought about donating my body to science, and that was my first rejection letter. Actually.
Oh, that's nice.
They suggested I
But you
donate it to
framed
science
it.
fiction.
It looks nice on your wall, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's it. Got that official seal and everything.
Right, exactly.
So anyway, I don't know. I'm falling in line with the usual folks. That our country's getting fatter by the microsecond. I think if a Martians come down, they should call us girthlings.
Girthlings?
Yeah.
Maybe just in the U.S.
So you have any now? What are your thoughts on the? And Anthony's not as old as I am, so I know he's got a few years to develop the kind of worry that I have.
The bones still creak, though.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on this? As life progresses and going to the physicals and those kind of things.
Yeah, well, I actually just got one the other day,
Oh.
which was weird, and I finally sucked it up. I'm like, it's time. And then I realized it's been like 30 years, and every time they take my blood pressure, it's the same thing. Literally every time they take my blood pressure, I ask them the same question. Is that good? I don't even know, like, the numbers still. There's no chart that they can give you with, like, a smiley face if you hit a certain number, like Battleship, you go down and over.
Do I get a sticker?
But then I was talking to my wife, and I'm like, listen, why don't they just make it more relatable and a little bit easier to understand? Like, finally, you go in there and they're taking your blood pressure, and it goes... She's like, all right, your reading is your sweat smells like bacon over stop thinking Arby's. And I'm like, oh, I can take a hint. I'll just jog home. I'm like, I know those 2, all right? Yes. I can deal with that. I can't figure it out. But finally, I think I think it's time to just shake off the pounds. And I'm a little less marshmallowy than I was, but I realize I am starting to get fat because when I take off my underwear, I have that elastic band tattoo.
Yes.
With the Fruit of the Loop tramp stamp on the back.
Yes.
That's great.
That's not the best look in the world. But
from the front, you look kind of like a Malibu Barbie with that line going around you.
but the underwear just snaps into place now, so it's like a lot. It's like a trough.
Yeah, it's like a snap ring on the top there.
Exactly. So I will take.
That's
it.
handy.
But,
That
other
really
than that,
is.
I think.
When you have to put on drawstring underwear, you know it's time to lose some weight.
Exactly. When masking tape and duct tape gets involved.
Yeah. When you lose
over.
lose enough weight to fall through the trap door, that's when it's really bad.
No, I think pretty soon I'm going to need suspenders for my underwear, and it's not something I want to talk about.
Well, I solved that problem many years ago. Just quit wearing it. So
There you go.
So I have a practical
You have
solution
an
to
answer for everything.
You betcha.
So
What I'd like to remind folks, our call-in lines are 856-232-7077, 232-7078. We do have to take a brief pause here for our sponsorship and to give you a little bit of news. So when we come back, we will continue with Anthony Acquaviva. Hey, everybody. This is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show. I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine, CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now, and when it comes to computers, they can help you out too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. Hey, if you'd like to be a guest on the Doc and Amy Show and exhibit your talent, let us know about it at www.thedocandamyshow.com, right there on the World Wide Web. That's thedocandamyshow.com. If you're an up-and-coming performer, if you have some kind of talent you'd like to showcase on our program, we'd love to have you. Just let us know. www.thedocandamyshow.com. You could be our next star. Thank you so much. Actually, I was just in CPS yesterday. And they got all kinds of new goodies in there. I was looking around, browsing around, and CPS also has a second location at the Sherwin-Williams Plaza in Cinnaminson, 1204 U.S. Route 130, Suite number 4. Same deal. If you got some problems with your computer, they'll diagnose it for you for free and fix that thing right up. You can call them there in Cinnaminson, 856-829-8300. That's 829-8300. CPS Computers for everything you need.
have you ever had a paper cut? I have probably had 2 or 3 in the last 20 years. They hurt, right? Well, Black Plaguetrol may be for you. When taken 3 times a day, Black Plaguetrol can reduce the likelihood of paper cuts by 8%. Black Plaguetrol does cause some side effects, so stop taking Black Plaguetrol and consult your doctor if you experience any of the following side effects. Changes in behavior including hostility, agitation, depressed mood, suicidal thoughts or actions, anxiety, panic, aggression, anger, mania, abnormal sensations, hallucinations, paranoia, or confusion. The urge to gather small children and puppies and slice them with razor blades until they are a bloody mess. Rash, swelling, redness, and peeling of the skin, blisters in your mouth, or gelatinous pus-filled blisters on your eyeballs. Unusual lumps or growths. Swollen or painful abdomen, unexplained weight loss, unexplained weight gain, lack of weight loss or weight gain, persistent fever or night sweats, nausea, sleep problems, constipation, gas, vomiting, vision problems, including the inability to distinguish between the colors blue and green. If you watch The Incredible Burt Wonderstone and find it refreshing and original, please call your doctor immediately, as this may be an indication that psychosis is becoming more severe. Serious or fatal bleeding of the stomach and intestines have been reported by some users, or actually by their family members since they were too dead to report it. Before using Black Plaguetrol, please prepare a will and a living will, no matter how ironic that may seem. If you think Black Plaguetrol is for you, please call your doctor.
Well, there you go.
I think I need a case.
Yes. Another uncompensated endorsement there. Well,
Sorry.
That's worth every dime.
Have you ever had the urge to slash puppies and small children with razor blades
Every
until
day.
they're a bloody mess?
Every day. Well,
On that note.
thank you for that. We try to.
Hey, we get out any sponsor we can.
We
we're not
try
picky.
to yes, we try to get the good medical advice out there to our
and
listeners.
just in case it wasn't glaringly obvious, it's not a real drug. Don't call your
It
doctor.
will be.
It will be.
At least the side effects are real.
Yeah, they are.
So Anthony,
Yeah.
I
No, I was going to say, I don't think it is a real drug because it didn't take you long enough to do the side effects.
I know. Yeah, it only took
And they
like...
were
I was waiting
severe
for
enough.
you to turn the page and get to the other ones.
I
Usually it's
know.
alphabetized, but whatever.
It didn't say death in there. Anyway.
Yeah, there was no abdominal cramping and loose stool. So something not
No, I did have abdominal cramping.
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah, there
Well,
was.
it might exist.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Well, just ask your doctor if it's right for you. Now, we were talking about physical exams and some marriage and things like that. Now, the one thing that in marriage I had a problem with the last time I was involved in that little endeavor was my mother-in-law. Not a fine example of humanity. As a matter of fact, when they first came out, I bought her one of those Swiffers. And she says, I've heard about these. They're supposed to be so much faster than brooms. I said, yeah, but you still have to watch your stall speed.
You have to
not right.
use them together. That
Yes.
gets you the most speed.
So did she give up her broom or?
I don't know. It's,
See.
well, when she was, I caught it for, I missed her birthday one time, and I really caught some flack for that. So, I just reached in my pocket, I took out $50, and I handed it to her, and I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to forget you. Here's $50. Why don't you just go down to the salon and have your snakes done?
That's really nice.
So
You're so sweet.
yeah, we didn't.
Well, we actually live with my mother-in-law for a year
God
and a
love
half.
you. God
so
love you.
Please.
That takes a unique individual.
I need to cuddle.
I need to cuddle.
You need a hug?
But no, it was amazing. It actually worked out really well. She helped us out. We helped her out, but it was a situation.
Yeah.
Daily.
Well,
it was interesting. She actually she would take sleeping medicine, and she was addicting to she would watch do a lot of purchases over the TV.
QVC.
So I think we actually caught her a couple times drunk dialing QVC. Literally.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it would just be like 3 a.m. You'd be like, she was like haggling with him, and then she'd fall asleep, and the next day there would just be 50,000 pounds of cosmetics at the door, and she was like, I don't even know. Then she was worried that HGTV would find out that she was calling QVC. It was just like a bad situation.
Butt dialing for bargaining.
Yeah,
Of the acronym.
I think she had one phone butt dialing, and then she would call him on the other phone. It was just
It was an ugly thing.
yeah, it was quite a
Well,
quite
if
a
that's
scenario, but
if that's your preferred method, butt dialing, that's an ugly thing.
Yeah.
That's
well, I mean, and in getting it was weird because you couldn't get too randy when she was around. Like you couldn't get frisky anymore because her mom could potentially lurk around any corner. So we would have this like built-in code. We would do like a head nod, half wink, and that was like and I'm like, as soon as she turns, you jump out the window, slide down, and I'll meet you in the bedroom. I'll meet you in the basement.
Yeah.
in 3
That's
minutes.
great. That's
Go,
romantic.
Go. It was like this weird. You know what I mean? Like we're paratroopers. It was
Yeah, go, 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 go.
yeah, go, move now.
Gonna put a bell on that old lady.
Run. Yeah, so it was
Put a
like all
bell on
these.
her.
15 seconds
And
in
then
the
we're in
drop
the
zone.
basement, and like it was just peculiar.
Yes. Well, I only imagine.
Well, if I could, Doc, I wanted to give you a little quiz today. since
okay,
John had
Anthony.
one.
This is what this has devolved to. Now, I'm taking a quiz.
Oh,
every week
okay.
now. Last week, it was determined by my answers to the quiz that I was some kind of demented dolphin or something.
Yeah, you were.
I have no idea how that's supposed to affect my life, but apparently there's another one
There
up
is.
Amy's sleeve, and we'll see what I turn
Well,
into this time.
I was
Are you
kind
fully
of
prepared?
I have no idea what's going on here.
I was kind of up in the air. I was going to do this quiz and not tell you what the quiz was about and just ask you the questions. And it was, which Disney prince do you match up with best? But I thought you might get a little irritated with that. So I picked this one, and it's which Will and Grace character are you? Because I used to love that show.
Oh, that's
So-
not going to upset me.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let's just take the quiz.
first you have to pick a color. Would you like blue, black, red, yellow, green, or orange?
Black.
Black, because there's no gray. Okay. Okay, pick a pet. Bird, yellow lab, fish, cat, hedgehog, or poodle.
Hedgehog.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, it's closer to a monkey than the rest of them.
Pick a New York City neighborhood. Bronx, Upper West Side, Soho, Times Square, Meatpacking District, or Upper East Side.
Choose wisely.
Well, given that it's Will and Grace, I would say Meatpacking District.
Okay. Pick a drink. Coffee, mineral water, vodka, red wine, Diet Coke, or tequila.
Tequila.
Okay. Pick a celebrity.
Oh, Jesus.
Tommy Lee, Jennifer Lopez, Ronald Reagan. This was easy. Kevin Bacon, Kathy Griffin, or Cher.
I'm going to have to go with Kevin Bacon. He's still alive.
Oh, I thought you were going to pick Ronald Reagan. That's a shocker.
I probably have fewer degrees of separation between me and Kevin Bacon.
On a typical Friday night, you can be found out dancing, tap dancing, dancing in your pajamas, dancing with a drink in hand, dancing on a pole, or not dancing.
Used to be dancing on a pole, but that was a long story. Not dancing.
Not dancing.
Not dancing,
Okay.
yes.
And pick a fashion staple.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Anything that, okay. Whatever you can
that?
find on sale, a members only jacket, fresh white kicks, or a black cozy sweater.
Man, almost.
A black cozy sweater. I
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
And now
You're
I'm Fred
Lorraine
McMurray.
Finster.
Who?
Lorraine Finster. That's Will's boss. Oh, you're so boring.
Is that the... Okay.
You don't sound very happy about
Boring is not worrying
It was
me so much
Minnie
as being
Driver.
Lorraine now.
Don't you remember when Minnie Driver was on there?
No, I don't remember any size driver on there.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna do mine real quick.
Oh, this is, again, scintillating radio. ladies
I'm
and
gonna
gentlemen.
pick vodka though,
Okay.
and definitely Kevin Bacon. And I'm gonna say dancing in my pajamas. How about dancing with a drink in my hand?
Sure, why not?
And fashion staple would be members only jacket because I'm Grace. Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm
Oh,
Grace.
good. At least you got to be a representative of your own gender.
You're the old
Perfect.
spinster boss.
Perfect. Okay, whatever. That was delightful. So now I'm Lorraine. What? I'm who?
Finster.
Lorraine-
Minnie Driver. Don't you remember when she was Will's boss? You never
no.
watched that show?
I saw it a couple.
That show is funny.
It
There's not many shows that are funny.
just seemed a little odd to me.
It was a little odd. Another show that was very funny was the Drew Carey show, which was it got
Yeah.
annoying after a while. But Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Now, whose line is it?
Which is really, really. Did you ever watch that, John? Dude,
I've never seen Two Slimes. Anyway.
dude.
I did see Pawn Stars though.
Did you?
There we go.
Yeah.
Now
What
we're
did
getting
you
somewhere.
think?
Bringing it back.
I don't watch much TV, like besides like sports
Sports
part of
and
it.
stuff,
So
yeah.
I actually sat down and watched it with my girlfriend, and I
Yeah.
just like you, I wanted to keep watching it. It always seems like there's a marathon.
Isn't it
on
cool?
that show.
Well, I know where some of my stuff is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, it's just what I like about it is, and this is what mostly TV that I like to watch, is I can learn something that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's interesting. Like, I don't feel like I'm sitting there with drool coming down my, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun, and the guys aren't.
It's kind of like Antiques Roadshow with a bunch of rednecks.
It's more fun. It's like an Antiques Roadshow,
Yeah.
but it's more fun. It's just, they're not really redneck. They're not rednecks. I mean, and the guys who are on it, they have a
I've seen
decent
some-
personality.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
not
talking-
too over the edge, but they're fun.
The clientele, there are some rednecks.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about the owners. Like Chumley's funny, but he's not as dumb as you think he is. Either.
He couldn't be.
No, no, but that's actually a really good show. But I used to like Will and Grace. You should check out Whose Line Is It Anyway on YouTube.
Yes.
There's all kinds of stuff. Wayne Brady, you know Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
He was on there. Drew Carey. It really it's not. He doesn't laugh out loud at much stuff. It's nonstop
Except
laughing.
English.com.
It's yeah.
Are you still alive there, Anthony?
Yes.
Okay, I just
Still
would make
there.
sure that you're still with us on the Amy
Yeah, no,
show.
I don't want to. I don't want to cut it. I haven't seen any of those shows, and I didn't feel like getting lambasted for it.
Well, that's okay. It's I do want to remind folks that we still have time, and you can get in contact with us. Call us, be a guest live on the air, 856-232-7077 or 232-7078. Just pick one, odd or even, your choice.
We should get
And
some callers, or even my mother-in-law can call.
that would be delightful.
And we,
That would.
Or we could tell her how we maneuvered around the house.
And
Just don't tell QVC; they might get jealous.
Right? Yes. Well, we'll keep that down.
But we can't with our current situation here, exchange the signals, so there's no
Yeah.
precautions.
Okay.
So you can call in and talk to Anthony, talk to us, talk to John, talk to yourself. It's just all good. Also, I want to remind you that there's a new contest on our website, right there on the Contact Us page. We give away lots of cool stuff. Some folks that have are friends of the show, that are recording artists who come in, and they have supplied us with some CDs that could be yours and some gift cards and things like that. So certainly go to thedocanamyshow.com and check that out. And we are going to certainly put some info about Anthony's upcoming gigs so that you can join him for those. We just have to show up at one of those ourselves and surprise you. Now, John has, I did want to mention this. I'm always remiss in this. You have a sports show. What day? That's on Mondays?
Monday mornings from 10 to 11 a.m.
Monday mornings, 10 to 11 a.m. It's an awesome. I'm not a sports guy, but I listen.
Thank you. I appreciate
and I enjoy it. I really
He's
do.
got the prettiest costume out of all of us.
He does, and he actually has an ex-president on the show. So,
there you go.
yes. So that's it's always a good time. It's very energetic, and I enjoy it. So, now, so much for the quiz. Thank you, darling.
I like those quizzes. I think it's fun.
Well, what other things do you have?
I have
that
lots
you
of
can
stuff.
Make me feel.
Well, just
There's one.
sometimes-
Which Muppet are you? Is there one of those?
No, I got to find.
I'm Kermit.
Gave it away.
I kind of been doing that every week now, so I like it. I think it's fun. I do it on the air and surprise them.
Yes, and
it just makes it fun.
It just gives me something else to fool around with my therapy sessions.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, I do have a couple current events stories.
All right.
Here to go over. I'm sure most people know who Ron Brown is. He was Clinton's Secretary of Commerce. He kind of got the job because he did a lot of fundraising for Bill Clinton. And back in 1996, they were doing an investigation about how those funds were raised.
He got in some trouble, yeah.
Things were coming to a head. And all of a sudden, he ends up in a plane crash up in Russia somewhere in which 30 other people died.
my
This was
goodness.
back in 1996, okay? So everyone thought it was a little bit sketchy because what was about to hit the fan. So now, apparently, new information's coming out. It's been reported that he was found with a bullet in his head,
Ooh.
okay? So they...
During the plane crash. Wow.
Yeah, so they found a bullet in his head when he was supposed. Now, how do they find that out now? Didn't they do an autopsy?
I don't know that that's strictly current information. I think now it's just basically it's come back around for discussion. The military had some military medical people looking, and I saw an X-ray.
Okay, so it kind of just came
45
out.
caliber sized hole right in
Okay.
the top of his head. So they just wanted to make sure that he stayed dead, I guess.
Right. Well, now also an interview has come out, and apparently it was uncovered that Ron Brown said to Bill Clinton, "If I'm going down, you're going down." And in response, Bill Clinton said, "Well, who goes first?"
Oh,
So-
jeez.
Yeah.
Not prepared for that.
Okay.
And there is only slight ambiguity there. So
Yeah, there is.
It's,
And then along the same lines, in a new poll, Reuters asked 2,000 people if they approved of the job Congress is doing. 2% said yes, 10% said no, and 88% said...
and we quote.
I don't think I was. Yeah, I think it was a little longer than that.
Well, we are limited to an hour.
No, yeah. So, people really aren't digging Congress at this
Take a drink
point.
there, darling.
What, was I viciously taking a drink?
That was, well, I heard it from here, and I have these big Mickey Mouse ears on. So.
Well, it's hard to be stealthy in the studio because the microphones are sensitive, so you touch anything and it makes a
You
loud
just tap
noise.
the table, and it's
Yeah.
like, hello, I'll get it."
Hello.
Come in.
Hey, lady.
What? She's going around the bend.
I have some good news, though.
I can certainly take that.
Yeah, it's good news for Nelson Mandela's family. They've received confirmation that he's going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the only politician that anyone ever liked.
Okay.
So look for him in the
There's
2000.
like one page just ready for him.
That's
Yes.
it. It's the first time they've had this category in history. So look for that
That's good.
in the 2015 Guinness Book of World Records. And then the next story is about the Affordable Care Act and the administration that handles that. Apparently, people are in an uproar after the ACA targets black inner city youth when they send welcome kits after they signed up about the dangers of crack cocaine and promiscuity. Now, they only sent this to black inner city youth. So Paul Pontiac, the chief marketing officer for the ACA, has apologized and stated that they did not mean to target black inner city youth and that the kits were only meant for members of Congress. So apparently
Crisscrossing the map.
they really
Yeah, there was,
messed up. So
well, apparently the Obama's Christmas gift to the girls' godparents got misdirected and ended up in some unknown person's hands. See,
Really?
Yeah, even the president can't seem to.
I
get
didn't
his-
hear about that.
Yeah,
What happened with that?
what I just said.
So
So.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
I don't know how I didn't
it
hear
got
about that.
misdirected. Yeah. and,
Oh. Yeah, we actually got all of our Christmas packages.
Oh,
one of
finally?
them took, one of them took like 3.5 weeks to get here.
they're last year's Christmas packages, but
we finally got
better
them
late
all.
than never. Yeah,
Because I ordered everything online, but there was only one thing, and it's the thing I ordered like a month before Christmas that I didn't get till after Christmas.
I finally got that Bee Gees album I've been doing.
Yeah, from the 70s.
Yeah.
Now that they're
listen,
all dead.
Listen to that like it's going out of style.
Yeah.
So how did you have a nice get some cool stuff there, Anthony? I don't think we covered that ground. What kind of
What I've been looking for actually was, and I've been on the search for one-piece footy pajamas in adult sizes. That has been my quest, and I'm still looking because I miss it. I used to wear them. I mean, all the time. We had the duck feet, and then the zipper up the front, and
Drop
basically
seat.
they would circumcise you every time you put
Yes,
them on.
you have to be very careful with that.
That was, but you liked it. That's what you want. Because I remember I would just like speed skate around the house, like phew, 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 and then I would touch a door handle and my finger would blow up.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was like, you know what I mean? But that was like, that was a good night.
It was
for me
good
back
times.
then.
my folks bought the ones. It had only 1 foot, just to slow me down.
Yeah.
Well, you can get slipper socks.
Yeah, see, I don't want to do the zipper. I want the full look. You know,
You
I
want
the
that
same. I don't
comfy
even care
feeling.
if the size is too small. I'll
Actually, I saw.
up and cram in.
I saw those on a site out of Canada. I'll if I can find that again, I'll forward it to you.
Please do.
They have his and hers. They're matching. So maybe, now that mother-in-law is out of the house, you can enjoy those.
Well, yeah, I know. And then
That's
the
very
lights go down. Who
romantic.
knows what happens?
Yeah, there are.
It'll take a while to happen, though. Try to get out of those things.
Who knows what'll happen with the
It's
duck
like,
feet
yeah, you
start
call yourself Houdini. It's like getting out of a straitjacket.
sprinting around. But no, I would be. I'm sure Rachel.
Are you
will
looking for a
role play.
specific pattern, or
like Iron Man, something.
Iron
Yeah,
Man?
whatever you can do.
Yeah, I'll see
Pokemon.
what I can dig up. Yeah,
I
Hugh
use all the
Hefner.
iron I can get.
Yeah. well, I'm more wood is really what I'm. Never
Oh,
mind.
jeez.
Whatever works.
It's,
That's great.
Less polished, but that's good enough for me.
Okay, I have to stop.
It just veered off course. I'm sorry.
A little bit. It happens all the
We were
time.
forging ahead, and I took the wrong exit.
That's okay. That's not uncommon for the Doc and Amy show.
There you go.
But we have. I'm sure if it gets too out of hand, we'll hear about it. If you'd like to let us know what you think of the Doc and Amy show, you can certainly go on our website, thedocandamyshow.com. You can always call us. We have a little bit of time, 232-7077 or 7078. And did I give the right number, John? You gave me a look there. Okay. I was doing it from memory. And you can tweet us. You can do all kinds of ways to. There are many ways to contact Doc and Amy. And again, if you'd like to get married on the Doc and Amy show live, we can certainly accommodate
geez.
that now. That's something we're doing for 2014.
I know, you're just adding more options.
Yes,
Yes.
we're going to be doing some live remotes. We're going to be doing all kinds of things this year. So, just look forward to that. We've got a Valentine's Day special already in the works.
Oh.
So we're thinking way,
Well, I
much
have a
further
show
ahead.
that
A whole month.
Friday night,
I'm sorry?
and they could do the Friday night Sunday combo.
You lost me there with the Friday night Sunday combo. And what was the precursor to that? I was.
Who needs chocolate?
Okay, I just got lost there for a second. I'm sorry.
Now I have a little something that I know we just have a couple minutes. That Anthony, I think he and I are a little closer to the same age than you and I are.
Probably so, yes.
And this is 12 outdated items every 20-something should own. Now I could probably...
Cool.
This stuff...
20-something, darling? Now you're really pushing it.
I mean,
No,
calm
this
down.
is-
Just round down.
They're outdated that people
To the
don't...
nearest 2 decades. I think.
They're outdated things that people don't use anymore, that people in their 20s don't use, but we're saying that they should.
I see.
Okay, so, and I've seen other lists like this, and they had different things on there. I wish I could find a different list too, because it's amazing if you think about it, the things that we don't use anymore that we used to. So, stationery to write actual letters.
Still do
Now,
that.
I remember, of course, we had a phone, but in the summer, sometimes I would write my friends letters in the summer, just
I still do that.
for fun, you know, and a photo album that isn't on Facebook. And you know what? Besides getting like the Shutterfly or Snapfish digital albums printed anymore, not many people make their own.
Like the flip, the book.
The
that you
flip
through.
book. I mean, I still have tons of photo albums, but people don't really do that anymore. A book collection.
I have a book collection.
I do read ebooks, but I prefer a paper book.
Me too.
And my youngest does as well. He doesn't like the ebooks. He wants the physical book to hold.
I want that paper cut so I can get that with the botulism.
Black Plague
Black
Control.
Plague Control. Yeah, that's
No, there's just something about the experience of holding the paper book than swiping your finger on the Kindle. I don't know.
Well, it's the licking the
Yeah,
finger
just
and turning the
petting
page.
Electronic device. It's
Yeah.
kinda weird.
I used to sit and read a book. I'd lick my finger and then turn the page with the other hand, and people.
No, that's really smart. A watch to tell the time.
I
And,
still have it.
you know, a lot of people don't wear watches
They
anymore.
pull their phone out.
Right.
They already have it in their face.
Which comes to the next one, a physical address and phone book. Now, nobody really has, like, you know, used to see in the stores all the time whole sections with address books.
Right.
You know, like
I
where
still have
you
one.
write your personal
And-
addresses
yeah.
and phone numbers in. I really don't see them anymore. I'd probably have to order one on the internet because you can't find them. Everybody uses their phone.
I still use all this stuff and
I
still
don't.
do all this stuff. This is crazy.
I still remember when you didn't need an area code.
Yeah.
Remember that move when it was like 7 digits? And you're like, whoa,
Oh, I
that's
don't
getting a
remember
little
that.
bit too much to remember.
My dad's original business card. Now he's had a shop in Indiana for 64 years, and
Yeah.
his original business card had 4 digits.
Wow.
You only had to dial
Nice.
4 digits in order to get to
That's
ring
crazy.
10,000 of them, and that was it.
Remember when there wasn't the 856 area code? It was just 609. Everybody was 609. There wasn't an 856.
Oh, jeez,
I
whatever.
give up.
That's
Because
crazy.
I remember
even
when the-
after they did the area codes, I would give the regular number without the 3-digit area code,
Right.
and the person would just look at me, just await with mouth agape, just waiting for the next move.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not telling you you figure out the area code. That's how.
I remember when they developed the zip
do it.
code in order to make
Route mail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when they came up with the zip code. My grandmother used to send me cards, and it would just have your name, your street address, and say city. She would you could
Wow.
write city if it was going to the same. You didn't have to put the city and state. Just put city, and boom, it came to your house.
Yeah.
I still have mail that was sent to my grandfather, who was born in 1897. So this has been a while. I think this was during early days of between World War I and World War II. You put their name and the city, and it got to them. Crazy.
And they would leave crumbs to figure their way back.
Yes, it just it's a little folded into a paper airplane and launch it out the window. Anthony, it has been a distinct pleasure to have you as a
Always.
guest
Thank
again.
you so much for having me on again. That's amazing.
Certainly. Just email me that data on your upcoming gigs. I will get that on our site as well. And
Definitely.
You can visit Anthony's website, deepbellylaughs.com. There's a link
Sure.
on our site. You can go right there. Thank you again.
Sure.
Say hello to the lovely Rachel.
I will
And-
do. Thank you so much, and congrats on everything. It sounds like 2014's chugging along for you two, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, thank you, and you get lots of gigs in the works. I may get some gigs going myself, and we can share the stage again. I'm looking forward to that.
Fantastic. I will certainly look forward to it.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, we are at the end of another hour. We are going to close with just a snippet of a song from Carla Ulbrich, friend of the show. She's performed here. And we will tell everyone, see you next week.
Bye.
Take care.
Hypothetically, what would you do? Theoretically, if something should happen accidentally or medically, what if your girlfriend was gone? If she died in a fire from a broken light fixture or happened to swallow a poisonous mixture, would I find my way back into the picture if you were suddenly alone? Would you call me up? Would you write me a letter? Would you tie a message to your Irish setter? Would you try to get through so we could be together? What if your girlfriend was gone? If she disappeared without a trace and everyone looked all over the place, why do you have that look on your face? It's not like I have any plans. But if I were around and I could appease you and she was suddenly struck with amnesia and never again would be able to please you, would you still want to be her man? Would you call me up? Would you write me a letter? Would you tie a message to your Irish setter? Would you try to get through so we could be together? What if your girlfriend was gone? Of course, as you know, I'm a very nice girl, a beacon of light in a cold